Jamming for Kansas City threatens the front of the pack, but instead, Tamikaze is your lead jammer from the second wind. Tamikaze trucking out there, the black ice, also en route to the backfield. Tamikaze taken down. She calls the jam on her way to the floor, and black ice able to sneak into the pack and pick up a point. So despite not having lead jammer status, Kansas City able to get first blood. Yeah, just a little scratch, but 1 point on the board for KC.
And so in this next jam, we're going to see Sunshine and Painbows jamming for the second win, the true rookie.
Facing off against Bomb Pop, the jammer for Kansas City. Both of them trying to muscle their way through. Bomb Pop ground out on the inside, and Sunshine Painbows takes advantage. Lead jammer, Windy City.
So Bomb Pop still in the back on her initial pass, getting held up by Janicide Joplin. A 3-wall with No Vengeance and Milk Intent trying to hold her off. Some nice defense by the second win here. Sunshine and Painbows now on a scoring pass. And with that, Bomb Pop is able to clear the pack.
Yeah, so just now in scoring position, but Sunshine and Painbows is already putting points on the board. Comes out the front, and she calls off jam before Bomb Pop gets there, so whatever points she got were unanswered. It looks like 2. Or was it 3? We will find out.
Timeout on the track right now. Getting things sorted out in the early goings.
Sawface and Hypersmacktivity will be the jammers when the game resumes. Underway, the jam off. The pack is off, that is. The jammers are off. Sawface coming off the line a little bit faster. Finds an open lane on the outside. Lead jammer Sawface for the second wins.
And meanwhile in the back, T.S. Elliott and Phoebe 5 Full Fun, the rookie, hold off Hypersmacktivity. Hypersmacktivity getting held up at the front of the pack. A nice defense by the second win as Sawface is on a scoring pass now. She gets through the pack. And she gets a full 5.4. 4-point, oh, it is a 5-point grand slam. And she's going to go for more as Hypersmacktivity is still on her initial pass.
Yeah, Hypersmacktivity really hung up in the front of the house. And Sawface taking advantage of it.
Looks like we get our first penalty of the night. It's going to be on T.S. Elliott. And Dyna Party has to let Hypersmacktivity go. She's 20 feet outside the engagement zone. And Sawface gets through on a scoring pass. Another 4 points, 9 points for the second win. No Vengeance, the 7-year veteran on the line for the second win. She's up against Scat Cat from Kansas City.
But it looks like No Vengeance comes out the front of the pack first. Lead jammer, second win. Scat Cat still looking for the front door. Finds it, so both jammers in scoring position, but the lead jammer, No Vengeance, going to get there first.
Tamikaze going to the penalty box with a major forearm penalty on Scat Cat. So No Vengeance on a scoring pass. so in time. So, yes, she did just in extra time. 2 more points for the second win, 0 for Kansas City.
So that makes it a 14-1 after 3 productive second win jams that went completely unanswered by Kansas City.
We have an official timeout call on the track. Our referee's going to get things sorted out, and all volunteer staff, everyone enrolled in their...
Red Ripper standing on the line for Kansas City, looking to turn things around. She does it too fast, comes off the line, draws an illegal procedure minor. Meanwhile, Scarface, who scored the bulk of the points for Windy City so far, gets lead jammer, and Red Ripper goes to the box. So Scarface, who scored like 11 or 12 of Windy City's 14 points so far, on the attack. Kansas City with a wall in the front, takes her down. Nice hit by the defense of Kansas City's Plan B. Scarface back on her feet, threatening the front of the house.
The second wing defense trying to grab a go, trying to slow the pack down by grabbing one blocker and isolating her. And Scarface able to get through. She scores 4 points.
Red Ripper still in the box. Matron Malice did a pretty good job keeping her at bay her last time through. Scarface, that is. And as a result, only 1 scoring run so far. But looking for another one.
So we watch that pack. Kansas City is claimed in front of the pack. And Scarface is charging, able to get through the 3-wall. 5-point grand slam for Scarface.
And now Red Ripper for Kansas City back out of the box, where she's got to complete her first run to get scoring position, and immediately goes back to the box.
She had a cutting the track penalty on the outside. She got knocked to the outside, stepped out, and then cut in front of the blocker that knocked her out as Scarface gets another grand slam and calls it off. The second win in control early.
Hermione Danger standing on the line, jamming on a post because Kansas City's jammer is in the box. The defense of Windy City takes a knee so that the jammer whistle gets called immediately, and it pays off because Hermione Danger just splits that pack wide open and picks up lead jammer immediately.
The second win will lose 1 blocker to a low block penalty. That's Allison Shames. And she takes a trip to the sin bin. Now Hermione Danger on a scoring pass. If she can get past the very slow moving pack, and she does.
So a 5-point grand slam so far for Hermione Danger, and she's going back for more.
So we watch that pack reform. The second win slows it down to a snail's pace, and a very nice block there by Kansas City. That's Black Ice with a nice block. Recycles Hermione Danger all the way back, but Hermione Danger gets her move on the outside. Can she clear the pack? She does. Another 5-point grand slam for Hermione Danger.
One thing to remember is when a blocker knocks the jammer out of bounds and then turns around and makes her follow or whatever, even if she does get through the pack and score her points, she's burned some time off the clock that her jammer was in the box, and it paid off because now Red Ripper back on the track, and that could have been a couple of scoring runs by Hermione.
And Red Ripper did pick up a couple points right at the end of that jam. Did a couple points there for Kansas City, so the score 41-3.
After 5 unproductive jams by Kansas City, finally back on the board, 41-3. A little bit of momentum, first part of the game by the second wins. Thanks to some Kansas City penalties and great work by Scarface in particular. Now Sunshine and Painbows back on the jammer line, facing off against Bomb Pop for Kansas City. Both jammers grinding their way through that pack. Sunshine and Rainbows just smashes through the front, and once again, leading jammer, second win.
And Bomb Pop picks up a major cutting the track. Kansas City's been having trouble with cutting the track penalties. As another power jam opportunity for the second win as the pack has moved to a standstill. Sunshine gets ridden out of bounds, but she's able to come in now legally. 4 points, 5-point grand slam.
PEQ, the captain of the Plan B, takes a swing and a miss at Sunshine, Painbows. And she emerges from the pack with another 5-point grand slam pass.
Sunshine and Painbows, a true rookie, also a competitive stair climber. She climbed the Hancock building in 22 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, really? It's shocking.
And another 5-point grand slam, 15 points so far for Sunshine and Painbows. Here comes Sunshine and Painbows again on her 4th scoring pass. 20 points so far for Sunshine and Painbows. And Bomb Pop comes out of the penalty box. She gets through the pack on her initial pass. Meanwhile, the second wing trying to isolate the lone blockers out there. A 25-point jam for Sunshine and Painbows. Huge jam for the second win.
Absolute monster jam by Sunshine and Painbows. Now we're placing her on the jammer line for second win. Scarface, and she faces off against Hyper Smacktivity for Kansas City in red.
Both jammers grind their way through their neck and neck. Scarface gets through on the inside. She is your lead jammer for the second win. I'm sorry, I misspoke. She got out first, but she was not your lead jammer. Hyper Smacktivity is your lead jammer. And that's going to end the jam there. Hyper Smacktivity did not want Scarface to score anymore, so she called off the jam. Out there for the second win. She is already your lead jammer, but hot on her tail is Scat Cat.
And Mo Vengeance gets lead jammer. Scat Cat with a forearm major goes to the box. So more good news for second win.
I hear a whistle getting blown. Let's see if anyone's going off the track. Yes, a blocker from Kansas City.
That's Red Ripper, the defender for KC, and they just lost one in the form of graphic violence, so maximum capacity in the box for KC. A true power jam for Mo Vengeance.
In Minnesota, they call this a minivan jam. 2 in the front, 5 in the back.
Oh, man.
So here comes Mo Vengeance again on another scoring pass. However, she picks up a back block major, so we're going to get a jammer swap. Once Mo Vengeance sits down, Scat Cat will be released, and then Mo Vengeance will serve the same amount of time that Scat Cat just served.
Which you got to think was probably the majority of the penalty time. Scat Cat, of course, ineligible to be lead jammer. She did pick up that forearm major before she went to the box, but she is the only jammer out there, so Any points she picks up are going to be unanswered, and she slices through that pack for a quick 4 points, and she's not done yet.
That was a 5-point grand slam.
Hartby, 5 points, and Second Wind has 2 blockers in the box, so now it's Scat Cat who finds herself in a power jam. A big opportunity for Kansas City to try to stop some of this momentum as Scat Cat plunges through and gets another 5-point grand slam, so 10 quick points for Kansas City.
She gets the 2 points for the blockers and another 3 points for the ghost points for the blockers in the penalty box.
Doesn't solve the problem, but it does slow down that momentum a little bit.
So this jam has begun. The black ice, the lone jammer, will not be released until those blockers cross that yellow line, which they now do. And no vengeance coming out of the penalty box is your lead jammer for the second win.
And she was not even on the line yet when the pack whistle blew. And now,
it's a power jam as black ice is going to the penalty box. I didn't see the call.
I didn't either, but whatever it is, it's bad news for Kansas City and great news for Windy City.
Low Vengeance is going to call it off after getting through the pad. She scores her points and will reset and continue the power jam into the next jam.
And good news for Rose Ferratu, who will jam unopposed in the next one.
Timeout called on the track by Kansas City. Ferratu tonight wearing the jammer star. And the jam is underway. Rose Ferratu cuts right through the pack. Gets lead jammer status. So we watched that pack reform as the second wind's trying to slow the pack down. And we do get a 4th minor penalty on Allison Chains, and she'll go to the penalty box.
That comes at the same time that Kansas City gets one of their blockers back. The veteran Red Ripper. Rose Ferratu, nonetheless, makes it through for a scoring run of 5 points. Plunges into the pack for more, take it down in the backfield, stays on her feet, looks for an open lane. On the inside, almost finds one, but the door slams. Now with an assist from her defense, threatens the front door once again. Kansas City still missing their jammer, Weiss in the box.
Nice defense by Red Ripper and Murphy's ball at the front of the pack. But Rose Ferratu finally able to get through for another 5-point grand slam, and that's going to end the jam there. And we'll line them up again.
Another productive jam by the second win. Good grief. Boy, howdy. 91-13.
In our first of 2 levels.
Yeah, second win thinking about breaking the triple digit.
So in this game we have Sunshine and Rainbows for the second win against Bomb Pop.
Bomb Pop tries to make it through on the inside, taken down by the second win defense. Now en route to the front of the house again, gets a mighty smack out of the defender for second win.
Nice block by Genocide Joplin on the second win. And Sunshine and Rainbows nearing the front of the pack, gets taken out. Big hit from Kansas City. And we've got a lead jammer, Dwayne.
That's Bomb Pop. And she has to give credit to her defense on that one because that was some powerhouse hole opening by the defenders for Kansas City. Bomb Pop plunges into the pack in scoring position, threatens the front of the house, calls the jam, and I think she might have gotten all 4.
Got to give credit to Bipolar in that jam. Some nice blocking from her.
Looks like on a cut track major, she only picked up 3 on the run. Nonetheless, positive momentum for Kansas City. So they still suffer a 91-16 deficit.
The jam is underway. It is Scarface for the second win.
Taking on Hypersmacktivity for Kansas City. And Hypersmacktivity comes out the front of the pack first. Lead jammer Kansas City, but Scarface absolutely breathing on her neck as both jammers en route to the backfield in scoring position. Tight defense on both sides. Only one blocker in the box, and that's on the Chicago side, and Hypersmacktivity shuts her down as she approaches. Looks like she picked up one unanswered point.
And we are underway. It is Mo Vengeance jamming for the second win. And that's Scat Cat for Kansas City.
Both jammers encountering some turbulence as they enter the back of the pack, but Scat Cat stopped by hers.
Mo Vengeance gets through. She's your lead jammer in her 7th year playing original Windy City Roller. She played in California for a couple years, then came back, and we're happy she did.
And now the veteran, Mo Vengeance, blasts through the middle of the pack and picks up a 5-point grand slam with Scat Cat still hung up. Black Ice just taking out defenders in the front of the house.
Scat Cat taking a pounding from second win blockers as Mo Vengeance gets through on another scoring pass. However, Scat Cat has cleared on her initial pass.
Black Ice, just a one-woman army getting Scat Cat out of that, but Mo Vengeance still able to.
And Scat Cat able to get a couple points at the end of that one. 3 points on that pass and 2 points for Mo Vengeance.
Mo Vengeance was able to break the century mark. 103-20, second win.
And we got Scarface jamming for the second win.
Facing off against the veteran Red Ripper.
Both jammers get ridden out of bounds around turn 3, and Scarface able to recover and get lead jammer status. And Red Ripper able to clear the pack as well. So we watch that pack reform as Scarface gets through on the inside, calls it off immediately. She's saying 5-point grand slam. Make that 4 points. 4 points for Scarface. Slowly, the jammers will be released once all the blockers cross that yellow line, which they do. And the second wing jammer is Tamikaze. And Bomb Pop is the jammer from Kansas City. And your lead jammer, we got one, Dwayne. It is Bomb Pop from Kansas City.
Kansas City has not had a lot of lead jammer calls, so Bomb Pop wanting to take advantage of this. However, Tamikaze right on her heels. Both jammers en route to the back door. Bomb Pop knocks on it first. Enters it. Tamikaze sneaks in there herself. And it looks like she actually outscored Bomb Pop on the pass. It was 2 for Tamikaze and 1 for Bomb Pop. So a net gain of 1. For the second win.
It's your anniversary, Ain't a man ain't acting right.
second win. She's up against Hyper Smacktivity for Plan B of Kansas City.
Rainbows encounters a little defense on the inside, opens things up for Smacktivity. Smacktivity taken down, gets back on her feet, tiptoes back through the action, taken down by the wow.
Genocide job over the jammer takedown, but she paid for it from a shot from Sassy B. And eventually we get a lead jammer, Hyper Smacktivity from Kansas City.
Man, Sassy just flattened her.
Sunshine and Painless went to the penalty box. I didn't see the call, but it's a power jam opportunity for Hyper Smacktivity. 5-point grand slam. Kansas City can get something going here. Hyper Smacktivity pounding her way through and gets ring out of bounds. She's got to come in behind the blocker that knocked her out of bounds. Getting toyed with by it's Malcontent.
Finally sneaks back in, looks for another scoring run. Encounters some turbulence in the front of the house from this second win defense. Just a solid wall.
And it's a multiplayer block, that wall, as Hermione Gager's going to go to the penalty box. And Sunshine and Painboats comes out of the penalty box, gets 4 points. And Hyper Smacktivity calls it off. She scored 4 points as well on that pass. 6 minutes left in this first half of this first game. We got a great halftime ad coming up. We love circus in Chicago. We love circus at the Windy City Rovers.
I heard that.
And this jam is underway with Scarface for the second win. And Scatcast for Kansas City, but we've got a lead jammer already, Dwayne.
Man, Scarface just blasted right through that pack. Immediately picked up lead jammer. Amazing movement by Scarface, and Scat Cat still trying to find her way through that pack.
Scarface gets her on a scoring pass, 5-point grand slam. As Scat Cat finds some room now, she clears on her initial pass. Despite only having 2 blockers out there for the second win, they're racking up some points. Scarface calls it off, a couple more points, 1 more point. Nice blocking by T.S. Elliott and Dinah Party.
Scarface and Scat Cat, pretty good matchup of obscure musical niches. And now we have Bomb Pop.
We had an intentional 4th minor taken by Black Ice. And she had 3 minors sitting on her shoulder. She took an intentional illegal procedure minor penalty. As Tamikaze is your lead jammer for the second win. So we watch that pack reform as they jockey for position. As Tamikaze hits the pack and quits it. She picks up 3 more points for this second win. The second win up against Hyper Smacktivity for Kansas City. And Rose Ferratu finds some room on the outside, gets lead jammer status.
Hyper Smacktivity is trying to claw her way through that pack, take it down. by the defender for second win, who goes to the box for it.
That was Genocide job with the illegal hit. And did the job, but she'll take a trip to the sit bin as Rose Ferratu gets through on another scoring pass, 5-point grand slam. And Hyper Smacktivity finds some room on the outside and gets through on her initial pass.
Rose Ferratu en route in scoring position. Gets a big bump out of Black Ice.
Nice block by Black Ice, stopping the jam there. 5-0 in the jam in favor of the second win. Only 2 blockers from each team as Tamikaze jamming against Scat Cat. We've got a lead jammer from Kansas City, and Hermione Danger recycled her back in. However, she was outside the engagement zone, so she got called on a penalty. She'll have to wait her turn to serve her time, as you can only have 2 blockers in the penalty box at one time. As we are at 1 minute and 30 seconds of this first half of play, we've got a great halftime act coming up. Circus.
Can't wait for that circus at halftime.
It's one performer,
But it's like a whole circus because it's such a dazzling spectacle you're about to
it's
see.
a great performance, I have to say. As we are underway, it is Sunshine and Pain Pose. She is up against Bomb Pop.
Couple of summertime treats. Bomb Pop. Making her way to the pack, gets there, picks up lead jammer, Kansas City. Sunshine and Painbow's right behind her.
Now Hermione Danger can serve her time. She's waiting in line to get to the penalty box. She's now serving her time.
And Sunshine and Painbow's on turn 2, taken out by nobody. And Bomb Pop calls the jam after plunging into it, putting 4 points on the board.
Penalties racking up for Windy City for the second win. As we approach the halftime, let's see if we get another jam in here. And with the clock winding down, we are at halftime, ladies and gentlemen. We are at halftime. So the halftime score, the B team from Chicago, battle of the B teams from Chicago and Kansas City, it is underway.
129-35 was the first half result. Second win wants to keep it along those lines. Kansas City wants to turn things around, and toward that goal they send in Black Ice to face off against Rainbows, Sunshine. Painbows, that is.
And your lead jammer from Kansas City is Black Ice. Despite Sunshine and Painbows being the jammer in the lead, she is not your lead jammer. And Black Ice looks like she's going to rely on her defense here.
And that is a gamble that almost works. Only one defender comes out in front of the house for a second win. Quickly dispatched by Black Ice, and 4 points go on the board.
Black Ice getting told by her bench to end the jammer. She says, no, I want points, and she's going to go for a second scoring pass here.
Only 2 blockers on the board for second win. Black Ice thinks she can handle it. She does. Picks up another 4 points. And as Sunshine and Painbows approaches the back of the house, Black Ice calls it off. Sunshine and Painbows did not get any, so she did not get any. So 8 points unanswered by Black Ice. Kansas City off to a good second half start. Bomb Pop stands on the line. show of solidarity with their rival for the jam, Scarface.
And we are underway here as both jammers get the pack.
Bomb Pop tries to squeeze through the front, but runs into a wall of Windy City defense, and Scarface says hello to her little friend, picks up lead jammer, and immediately en route to the backfield in scoring position. Bomb Pop also in scoring position now. Windy City defense spilling out of the box. We now have a full blocker line up on both sides.
Scarface able to get through on her scoring pass. As Bomb Pop, I believe, is also on a scoring pass right now. Gets through on hers. 3 points for Bomb Pop.
And as soon as I pointed out that all the blockers had come out of the box feeding,
And Scarface got through the pack, tried to call up the jam, but she got called on a penalty right before. And also a cutting the track penalty on Bomb Pop. So we're going to get a very quick jammer swap. And we're going to go the full 2 minutes. Scarface will be released, and then Bomb Pop will serve the same amount of time that Scarface just served.
which was virtually nothing.
Yes, indeed. And we are underway again. And the jam ends, I believe, on time.
So how about that? We said, isn't it nice there are no blockers in the box, and then immediately filled back up seconds later. Exclusively on the second win side, so good news for Kansas City there.
So in this jam, we see Tamakaze jamming for the second win. Up against Hyper Smacktivity for Kansas City, playing B. She gets taken out by Dyna Party with some help from Rose Baratu. And we got a lead jammer for the second win, that is Tamakaze.
Very nice tuck and roll by Hyper Smacktivity just one lap ago. But Tamakaze in scoring position plunges in the back of the house, calls the jam before Hyper Smacktivity can get there. Gets a couple more unanswered points on the Windy City side. And during the course of the jam, the second wins get both of their jailed jammers back on the field. Blockers, rather.
Wearing the jammer star for the first time tonight for the second win, that is Genocide Joplin. She is up against Black Ice.
And Black Ice really hasn't worn the jammer star much tonight. She's mostly been blocking. Blythe's trying to come out the front of the house.
Genocide Joplin got through first, however, she did not get lead jammer status, and she had a no pass, no foul as one of the skaters was out of bounds. And Black Ice is going to call it off as she did have lead jammer status. So it's a 0-0 jam, and it will reset.
Gotta say though, when one team has a 100-point lead, a 0-0 jam is in their favor.
It is. Anytime you can kill clock, and with a comfortable lead, that's a good thing. So we see Scarface jamming for the second win.
Scarface, who has been such a productive breadwinner for second win this entire game, looking to do it some more in the second half. She's off to a great start this jam. She immediately picks up lead jammer Bomb Pop, able to muzzle her way through the pack as well. So at the very least, she will limit Scarface to one scoring run, as Scarface makes it count, 4 unanswered points for second win.
Hermione Danger on the line for the second win. She's up against Scat Cat for Kansas City Plan B.
Both jammers eyeballing the front door, but
Hermione Danger is your lead jammer. And Scat Cat has to be released by Dyna Party, as Dyna Party was outside the 20-foot engagement zone. All the blockers must be within 20 feet of each other to engage another skater. And Hermione Danger calls it off. We'll see if she got any points. She did. She got a couple, extending the second wind's lead.
Scat Cat almost snuck into the back of the pack for a couple of points. She was just moments away when the whistle blew. Now Black Ice stands on the line once again for Kansas City.
And I believe that's Rose Faratu for the second win.
Only one blocker missing on the track at the beginning of this jam. Now on the second win side, turbulent pack, really taking their time getting off the line, burning up that jam clock. And with a quick no pack call as Kansas City drifts forward, the jammers finally released. Black Ice trying to slice her way through that pack, taking it out on the outside. Rose Faratu takes advantage, leading jammer for the second wins. Rose Faratu, Black Ice manages to fight her way out also, so both jammers in scoring position en route to the backfield. Rose Faratu plunges into it, picks up 3 points, calls it dead before Black Ice can get there. So 3 more unanswered points for the Windy City second wins. That's how it's done. True.
As we go again, we have Scarface for the second win. Oi! Up against Hyper Smacktivity.
Scarface on the outside, just untouched. Oi! Scarface, lead jammer, second win.
And some nice blocking by Malcontent, slowing down Hyper Smacktivity. As here comes Scarface on a scoring pass. She calls it off around the outside. Let's see how many points she got. She got all 4 points.
All 4 points for Scarface.
3 for the blockers, and then 1 more ghost point for the blocker in the penalty box.
That's it. And they were unanswered by Hyper Smacktivity. So 4 and out, that's how you do it. Keep piling them on. Now Scat Cat sent out to try to stop the second win momentum. Second win defense taking a knee to get this jam started as soon as possible, since Kansas City is missing a blocker.
And it looks like it's going to be a power jam opportunity. Hermione Danger going to the penalty box, so Kansas City can get something going here with Scat Cat and the lone jammer on the track.
She's looking for a hole in this second win defense, but really getting bumped around out there. Sneak out in front of the pack, and so lead jammer unopposed Scat Cat for Kansas City.
So we watched that pack reform. The second wing has claimed the front of the pack, but the pack is moving pretty slow right now. And Red Ripper breaking up that 4-wall. And we're going to get a penalty on Scat Cat. We're going to get a jammer swap here if the time works out. She had a major back block.
Looks like Windy is going to lose a blocker over the ordeal also. Hermione Danger now.
Now when you come out of the penalty box, you have to enter from the rear of the pack. Hermione Danger does that, gets right through the pack. We'll be going the full 2 minutes here. So Hermione Danger will have enough time to make her way around here. Only 2 blockers to beat, to contend with from Kansas City.
And Hermione Danger, all kinds of...
Now we're not making a jammer swap here, as Kansas City's jammer has to serve. Well, she was released, okay, so here comes Kansas City's jammer now. And it's actually an illegal procedure penalty because she was not supposed to be released as she had to serve the full time. The time that the original jammer had to serve. So the original serve, Hermione Danger was in the box, she served 50-some seconds, and then Scat Cat went to the box. She had to serve the full 50-some seconds before she was released, even though Hermione Danger came back into the box, and she did not, she got up. So both jammers will be in the box here. And we're gonna get an official timeout and get this all sorted out. Because you can see how this works out.
Before the jammer swap rule was put into place,
It's an all skate.
this would happen when both jammers were sent to the box. So we're gonna party like it's 2008. The pack is off. Full blockers on either side. Correction. Windy City missing one of their blockers. She's in the box still.
I gotta give them credit, they're still hitting each other.
Oh, it's a 3-on-3 pack actually. Windy City about to get one of hers back. Yeah, there's really no reason not to fight. I mean, all right, we got a little turbulence going on here.
It's like Blood and Thunder. There's a drill called Blood and Thunder, and it kind of feels like that right now.
More of a dance-off.
So we got graphic violence against Rose Ferrazzo, and we have a jammer on the
We
track.
have a jammer, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it's Hermione Danger, and she is through. And she will not be your lead jammer. She had a minor back block. But she can score here on this pass. Gets a shot from Red Ripper. And it's a penalty on Red Ripper. I believe it was a directional penalty. And she was stopped and then slightly moved in the wrong direction when she made the hit. You cannot go in the clockwise direction while blocking. And the lead jammer is from Kansas City. It is Scat Cat.
Scat Cat taken out. Back on her feet. But 3 points. Put on the board by Hermione. She missed the 4th one on a forearm minor. Wow, what a jam that was.
That was a first for me.
That's going to be on the trivia night that we haven't did yet.
And we got an official timeout call on the track. While we have a moment, I'd like to thank some sponsors because they're awesome. I'd like to thank Dr. Hauschka Skincare, proud sponsor of the Windy City Rollers and the WFTA. I remember him. Uh-oh. Somebody's going to need some Dr. Hauschka. We'd like to thank ATI Physical Therapy. And this jam has begun. We got Phoebe Five-Fo Fong, the true rookie, jamming for the first time tonight. She is through for your lead jammer status. She's up against Black Ice, who's in the pack right now, taking a pounding from Mo Vengeance. And Phoebe Five-Fo Fong gets through. Grand slam. 5 points for her.
Black Eye still hung up in the pack out of the 5th point. Now she comes out in front of the pack, so Phoebe at the very least will not get another grand slam. But she will take another scoring run, and
here comes Phoebe Pie.
and with
Another 4 points.
another 4 because Black Ice has broken the pack, and in fact she had entered the pack, so a couple points put on the board by Black Ice, 9 by Phoebe.
I'm sitting on top of a mountain, streets rocking by valley down below. Switch back to the beat with a blindfold.
And this jam is underway. It is Scarface for the second wind. up against Plan B's Hyper Smacktivity. And the lead jammer is from Chicago, Scarface. And outside the engagement zone, the second win blockers have to let Hyper Smacktivity go.
Scarface is no joke. Hyper Smacktivity en route to the backfield, and I think she snuck in there.
A few more points for the second win, extending their lead 178-50 in this first of two matches. The main event coming up right after this one, the Kansas City Roller Warrior All-Stars versus the Whitney City Roller All-Stars. I'm betting on the All-Stars.
Yep, I'm pretty positive the All-Stars are going to win tonight.
Waka. As we see Genocide Joplin jamming against someone wearing the jammer star for the first time tonight from Kansas City.
Jamalama Ding Dong.
And Jamalama Ding Dong's got some space around the outside. She is your lead jammer for Plan B. So some nice defense here by Kansas City, holding off Genocide Joplin.
PDQ, the defender for Kansas City, now joined by Bomb Pop. PDQ comes immediately out of the box. And Jamalama Ding Dong trying to complete her first scoring run, does so by a 4-point pass and calls off the jam immediately. So positive.
And Phoebe Five Foam gets the jammer star once again for the second win.
Facing off against Scat Cat. Scat Cat finds an open lane and picks up lead jammer, Kansas City. Phoebe right behind her. Both jammers in scoring position en route to the back of the house.
So we watched that pack reform, the second one trying to claim the front of the pack. Scat Cat calls it off. Did she catch a blocker?
Scat Cat, aware of Phoebe's approach, called it, and
So 0 points awarded for both teams. Second win able to claim the front and do just enough to prevent rescoring from happening.
yeah, some fine situational awareness by the second win defense to keep themselves in the front of the pack. Now Scarface once again facing off against Black Eyes. Wow, the nice apex jump by Scarface to pick up lead jammer for the second win.
So we watch the pack reform, only 2 blockers out there, and Scarface finds a little hole in the middle and splits the middle, gets through 4 points, and it looks like she's going for more.
Just gazelle-like strides as she just untouched fights her way through the pack time and time again. The Black Eyes able to put 4 points on board this time, and Scarface runs into a little KC defense.
And we're going to get a penalty as Scarface going to the penalty box. We'll see if she was awarded any points at the end of her penalty or the end of the actually the end of her penalty. As we will go the full 2 minutes now. Black Ice on her second scoring pass here.
She completes that one on a no-pack call, and that one is a 5-point grand slam with Scarface in the box of 9 points so far by Black Eyes, and she's not done yet.
Saw the second win blocker let up. She had to let her go. She was outside the engagement zone. And here comes Black Ice on her third scoring pass. Sunshine and Paintbo's trying to recycle her back in, but Black Ice clears.
Another 5-point grand slam, so a 14-point jam so far by Black Eyes. It still isn't over.
And we see the second wind claiming the front of the pack. Gonna try and move the pack possibly. They cannot just run away. That would be intentionally destroying the pack.
Matron Malice, the defender for Kansas City, goes to the box, but they get Bob Cobb back shortly.
So a couple more points at the end of the jam after 2 minutes run out. A pretty nice jam there from Kansas City.
Mumble, you think you can handle the after party?
I think I can. It'll be at the bottom lounge tonight at 1375 West Lake Street. All the skaters will be there after tonight's action, after the main event tonight between the all-star teams.
You think you can handle it? Join us there.
That was smooth, Dwayne. It's Genocide Joplin jamming right now against, who is that? Is that a Hypersmactivity? Yes, it is.
Hypersmactivity, lead jammer, Kansas City.
Genocide Joplin trying to keep the pressure on. Windy City claims the front of the pack once again. Allison Change with a big hit to end the jam. However, we got an illegal procedure penalty at the very end of the jam. I'm not sure on who. I think I know who's in it. It looks like Hermione Danger has fouled out of the game, and she'll be sent to the locker room for the second win. And it's going to be Phoebe 5-0 for the second win against Scat Cat for Plan B. We got a lead jammer for the second win. It's Phoebe 5-0.
Phoebe got a little hit from Murphy's Law just as she came out the front door, but the defender unable to hold her back. And lead jammer Phoebe 5-0 en route. They're gonna get some.
Trying to weave her way through on a scoring pass. Scat Cat still on her initial pass. Getting held up by Rose Ferratu. Gets ridden out of bounds by Rose Ferratu. And a fourth minor penalty on Sunshine and Paint Rose, I believe.
Matron Malice really holding Phoebe at bay as she tries to complete her first scoring run. If she comes out of it, it'll likely be a grand slam. But now Scat Cat comes out the front of the house, so both jammers in scoring position. Phoebe still on her initial scoring run.
Phoebe 5-4 trying to get some help from Malcontent. Malcontent trying to hold off Murphy's Law, but Murphy's Law doing a nice job at the front of the pack. That's going to end the jam there. 3 points for Phoebe 5-4.
Yeah, great defense by Murphy's Law at the end of that jam. She was pretty much a one-man defense crew at the front of the house, holding Phoebe at bay.
So we go again with Tamakaze.
Face off against Shamalama Ding Dong.
My favorite Kansas City name to say, I believe. Jamalama Ding Dong is your lead jammer. Some nice defense here by Kansas City, holding off Tamakaze.
And Tamakaze all over the place in that defense in the front of the house, specifically the team captain, PDQ. Holding her at bay as Jamalama Ding Dong approaches the back of a very loose pack, which is great news for any jammer.
Sunshine and Paint Rose gets the jammer ticked out there. And Jamalama Ding Dong looks defensive as Tamakaze on a scoring pass.
Yeah, so Jamalama Ding Dong on her first scoring pass still gets passed up by Tamakaze, and at this point, decides to just muscle through it.
Late in the game, you might want to rely on your defense. Jamalama Ding Dong doing that here. But Tamikaze taking advantage, 4 points for the second win. And Jamalama Ding Dong is still trying to rely on her defense. Tamikaze now on her second scoring pass. Jamalama Ding Dong on her first scoring pass.
Tamikaze makes it through the pack and another 4 points on the board.
She got 4 points. I think she picked up a minor track cut as she was going through the pack. That prevented her from getting all 5. And here comes Tamikaze on her third scoring pass. And that's going to end the jam there. We see Jamalama Ding Dong's points awarded at the end of the jam there.
It is possible that later Jamalama Ding Dong may face off against Phoebe 5 Foot Bum on the jammer line, and if so, we will be unable to speak. Hey, get this, Dinah Party jamming for the first time this evening for second win. Everybody likes to see that. They're invited to a Dinah Party, and so is Bomb Pop. But Dinah Party makes it to the pack first. Leading jammer. Windy City second win, Dinah Party.
And Bomb Pop going to try to keep the pressure on as she clears the pack. But Dinah Party, who started her career in New York City, now approaching on her scoring pass. Finds a big hole on the inside. Looks like she's going to go for more as Bomb Pop also gets through on her scoring pass. 4 points for her as well. So Dinah Party gets past both blockers by the looks of things. We'll see what the refs say they do. 4 more points, 2 for the blockers, 2 ghost points for the blockers in the penalty box. As we come down the home stretch of our first game, timeout called. Kansas City playing B. And looks like we're about ready to go in what will possibly be the last jam of this first match tonight. We see Sunshine and Paintbows versus Black Ice. Black Ice jumps over, Dave over against lead jammer status. Nice athletic move by Black Ice. 4th minor on Rose Ferratu of the second win.
Sunshine and Paintbows now in scoring position. Black Ice approaches the back of the house and on the inside, untouched. 4 points for Black Ice.
So we'll see how Black Ice plays this here. Looks like she's going to keep going by the looks of things. Try to rely on her defense. Black Ice cuts through, right through.
Man, 2 beautiful passes in a row for Black Ice.
So Sunshine and Paintbows is on a scoring pass here. However, some very nice defense by Plan B in this jam. And here comes Black Ice on her 3rd scoring pass of this jam. This jam will go to its natural conclusion.
Sassy B, the defender for Kansas City, hard time getting to the box.
And Sunshine and Paintbows go to the penalty box, so Black Ice, the lone jammer on the track, she is your lead jammer, trying to narrow the gap as much as possible.
Black Ice, got a feeling, is trying to get KC's points over 100.
Those second wing blockers had to let her go. They were outside the 20-foot engagement zone.
And how about that? She's going to do exactly that. Probably, maybe. She threatens the front of the house. Looks like it. So that's like a 20-point jam or something. I think it's like a 23-point jam. Not a bad way to end the game for Black Ice, so we'll get an official score for you. And a few more jams like that during the game.